Hey friends, some of the things that made life easier didn't come from books or big moments. They showed up in the middle of washing dishes, having awkward conversations, or standing in the kitchen at 7 a.m., staring at the toaster, wondering what I was doing with my life. Today, I want to share with you a few tiny truths that help me breathe easier, stress less, and stop being my own worst critic. Maybe they'll do the same thing for you too. So let's get into it. First, you don't owe your past self anything. It's easy to keep doing something just because it's what you said you'd do, or because someone else got used to doing it. You might find yourself halfway through something that doesn't fit anymore, telling yourself, well, this is just who I am now. But you're allowed to change mid-sentence, even mid-year. For a long time, hiking didn't feel like me. It turned out it wasn't the activity, but the wrong people. Now, solo hikes are one of my favorite ways to clear my head. We box ourselves in with these labels. I'm not outdoorsy, I'm not creative. Just not who I am. But sometimes the truth is, we just haven't had the right experience yet, or even given ourselves permission to try again from a different angle. Allow yourself to be surprised by who you are when you let go of old definitions. Second is sometimes good enough is perfect. There's a weird pressure to get everything just right. The to-do list, the house, and how you reply to a message. And it can turn into a habit, tweaking things that don't matter, thinking if the pillows are fluffed a certain way, everything else will fall into place. Now, good enough is a goal I'm proud to hit. Scrambled eggs and toast count as dinner. A clean but wrinkled shirt still does the job. When the imaginary trophies stop mattering, everything feels lighter. There's still care and effort, but there's also more grace and less chasing. Done is often better than perfect, and honestly, it usually feels a lot more peaceful. Third is exploring new interests. You're allowed to explore new interests simply because they appeal to you. There's often that belief that every decision must carefully be calculated, that every new experience should lead to a specific outcome. When the mindset dominates, curiosity is replaced by pressure. One day I saw a flyer for a watercolor class. There was no plan or big reason behind it, just a small tug of interest. I attended the class with nothing but curiosity, and it turned out to be one of the most calming parts of my week. Not everything needs a detailed plan. Some journeys begin without a clear map. Follow what feels gentle and authentic. Allow it to lead you somewhere, even if you're unsure where that is. Fourth, you don't have to explain your heart to the right people. There's a kind of exhaustion that comes from constantly trying to be understood. Eventually, the effort runs out. And the people who really see you, they don't need a perfect explanation. They stay. You shouldn't have to shrink yourself to feel accepted. The ones who care will meet you where you are. They won't need you to edit yourself into something easier. They'll feel the real you, and that will be enough. Fifth is rest isn't something you earn, it's something you need. There's this belief floating around that rest comes after the work is done. But life doesn't always wait for the checklist to be clear. Some days, rest is the only way through. When the body says enough, it means it. Honoring that doesn't make you lazy, it keeps you whole. Lie down, breathe, and step away from the noise. The world keeps turning, and you come back to yourself more grounded and capable. Rest isn't a reward, it's part of staying well. Number 6, quiet joy is still joy. The highs can be exciting, the big moments, the rush of something new, but they don't last, and chasing them all the time can make the quiet feel like nothing. But it's not nothing, it's peace. A morning with no notifications, a walk without a destination, a slow cup of coffee on the porch. These are the things that gently anchor you back into yourself. It doesn't have to be thrilling to be meaningful. Sometimes the most beautiful moments are when nothing happens and everything just feels right. That's it for today. What is one tiny truth that resonates with you today? How can you begin to incorporate it into your life moving forward? Let me know if any of these landed with you or if you had a quiet little shift of your own lately. I always love hearing your stories. Stay positive, friends.